How come? You like it? Yeah? Which one you take? Oh, it's hot. Yeah.
You and me, I will always dream about how it will be to feel your arms around me, yeah, let it sink in. Yeah, I just let it sink in. You and me, wonder how it feels to have you cheek to cheek. This is not reality, oh, let it sink in. Yeah, I just let it sink in. Always changing all the scenery. Why I'm living in this fantasy. Don't know, let it sink in. Yeah, I just let it sink in. In a dream, you said you wanna buy me pretty little things.
Interesting.
Take me
Which
round the
word?
world, nah, let it sink in. Yeah, I just let it sink in. Oh, I know it's such a sweet fantasy, but I can stay like this forever. And I know that it's been driving me crazy. Let it sink in. Always changing all the scenery. Why I'm living in this fantasy. just let it sink in. Yeah, just let it sink in. Just let it sink in. Yeah, just let it sink in. Just let it sink in. Let it sink in. Yeah, just let it sink in. Just let it sink in. Pay attention to sound, the one that's coming from your mouth. Don't mean to turn it upside down. I really wanna hear you out. I can't know how it is to be where you so calmly sit. When I'm further my own, there it is, catching only part of it. To just be, to really see something other than just me. To lean in, look around, open up to the sound. If I could give you more than half an ear, if I could give you more than half an ear. I hit the brakes, throw stones into a quiet lake. What is it you're really saying? I turn the thoughts to little waves, space on either side of every single word I write. I found you in another line. Notice all the time it takes. Help me get the picture. I'll read in between. I'll give you more than half an ear.
sky is changing from indigo into blue, and I am changing too, for the first and the last time. The earth is trembling, and I am trembling too. It makes me feel alive, it's the only thing I know. There's a winding road behind me, a straight path ahead. Will you come with me to the water's edge? We'll sink into the shoreline and slowly disappear into it all, as it always was, as it really is. As it always was. As it really is. And there's a wildfire behind me, an orchard ahead. Will you come with me and taste all of it? We'll turn into magpies and fly on the fiery wind above it all. As it is. There's a winding road behind me, a straight path ahead. Will you come with me to the water's edge? We'll dance for forever and slowly disappear
This one.
into it all. As it always was, as it really is. Into